Hello. We're back with yet another episode of the Because I Love You podcast. I'm Bria. If we haven't met, nice to meet you. It's the new year, and normally I'm the girl you guys come to for, the manifesting, the vision boards, and all that jazz. And I have to say, I feel like I'm not a non-believer. Don't start any rumors there. I am just in a different phase of what that looks like now in my life, where when I first was getting into all of that, I was so on fire for it, and everything had to be the perfect vision board, writing down every goal, journaling, manifesting, and I really think that stuff works. I stand by it, especially if it's kind of your early stages of training your brain to believe in certain things, and especially channeling more positivity in your life. I think that stuff is great. However, I feel like it's been a lot harder for me to do those things, right? So this year, I actually did something a little different at the new year. Normally I would make a fat vision board and I would make a copy for my phone. I would put it in my room or whatever and have it as my background on my phone. And this year, I was I'm tired. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm fucking large, okay? I'm a mammoth. I can't breathe. This baby's on my diaphragm. So the only vision I have for my vision board is surviving. But no, I decided, you know what? I still want to do something. I had a lot of FOMO because I saw a lot of my friends making their vision boards at the new year. And I just felt man, I really should be doing that, but I don't have the capacity. I don't have the energy. So I decided I was going to do something a little different this year. And I have a good feeling about it. I said, you know what? Instead of creating a vision board this year and doing the house, the car, the job, the vacation, the things, right? Why don't I just kind of play the lottery with the universe, right? I decided instead that I was just going to vision board and manifest emotions. So I said, you know what? I don't want to be specific about anything that I really want this year because I feel like I'm so grateful to have so much. I'm about to have a son. I'm going to be someone's mom. What more? I don't know what I don't need anything. I really don't need anything. I just want to exist in a world that hopefully doesn't end in a nuclear war because I'm scared right now. But you know what? I feel like I don't have a whole lot to ask for, right? So I said, let me just go on emotions. What do I want to feel this year? That is what I ended up writing down. And this was a lot more manageable for me. And this was a lot easier for me. And when I got to thinking about it, I was like, you know what? I actually feel like this might be the secret sauce. And I'll tell you why. Because what if all this time I've been writing down all these things that I thought I wanted, right? When I could be getting even better. So I'm focusing on the feeling, and some of the feelings that I want to feel in 2025 are one, peace. Listen, I'm trying to be the most peaceful bitch you've ever met, okay? I am just so tired of feeling afraid of everything in the future and what is going to happen in this world. I would love to feel some peace on so many levels, not just with what's going on in the world right now, but also just with people. And I hope that if I just manifest peace, I will also unmanifest annoying ass bitches. Is that how that would work? I hope so. So another thing I want to feel is stupid rich. I want to have enough to save, share, spend. That is the goal. I want to be comfortable. I don't want to have to be worried about anything, especially with a baby, right? So that's another thing. I didn't put a number on it. No, this is the first time. I'm kind of going against everything I've ever told you guys, which is kind of wild, right? But we're just going to try it out and see what happens. Because what if there's a better number than the number I had? I don't know. So I'm really excited about this. There are other feelings I wrote down, but I felt really optimistic when I was doing that because I was like, you know what? This is kind of exciting. It gave me the feeling of waking up on Christmas morning, not knowing what's under the tree, but knowing you probably got something cool, right? That is how this particular practice is making me feel when it comes to my vision board this year, which really isn't a vision board at all. Anyways, to that point, I feel like I've seen a lot of discourse lately about vision boards, and kind of like myself, people are like slipping back from it and not as excited as we used to be about it. I'm wondering, I was curious if my listeners and my besties were feeling the same way about vision boards. Like, what do you guys, do you think it's cap? Do you think it's caparoni? Do you think it's overrated? I wanted to know, so I asked for your opinions and your hot takes on vision boards, and that's what we're going to get into today. But I definitely wanted to tell you my updated version of a vision board this year, because if you still haven't done one, you could just do that. It's a little less maintenance, but I feel like it's going to be really cool and effective, maybe more effective than what you've been doing, because now you're leaving the universe in control. And now you're opening up so many more possibilities. Because sometimes we think we know best and we absolutely have no idea what is best when there's better. So I don't know, just give it a try maybe. But I got some of your opinions on vision boards and I want to read them today. Confessions and hot takes and all that stuff. So here's the first one. It's titled, Never Share Your Goals. I made the rookie mistake of pinning a vision board in my work cubicle. One of my goals on the board was to get a leadership position within the company I was at, and I wrote the specific role I wanted. The coworker would always hover around my desk and ask me about my vision board, but I thought nothing of it. I explained to him why I wanted that role, and he even made comments about how I would be perfect for the role, and he would hate something like that role. Tell me why he ended up applying for the role and he got it. I could have kicked myself for thinking he wasn't up to something. Ew. What an MF. When was the last time you needed to go to the doctor, but you pushed it off? Made the excuse of, I'm too busy, it'll heal on its own, or you just didn't know what doctor to go to. Personally, for me, I think this happens at the most inconvenient times, but here's the thing. You can't brush it off because it usually gets worse, or you end up being sick way longer than you need to be. I think we've all been there. Booking a doctor's appointment can just feel daunting. But thanks to ZocDoc, there's no reason to delay. They make it really easy to find and book a doctor who's right for you. ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare high-quality in-network doctors and click to instantly book an appointment. You can filter for doctors who take your insurance, are located nearby, and are a good fit for any medical need you have. And they're highly rated by verified patients. Once you find the right doctor, you can see their actual appointment openings, choose a time slot that works for you, and click to instantly book. Appointments made through ZocDoc also happen fast, typically within just 24 to 72 hours of booking. You can even score same-day appointments. This will be getting a lot of good use from me, especially now that I'm entering my mommy era. Nobody has time to be sick, so I'm glad there's an option like this where I can get in somewhere and get in quick. Stop putting off those doctor's appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/BCILY to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/BCILY. ZocDoc.com/BCILY. Yeah, so people say sometimes, like, less is more. Keep your goals to yourself. Why? Well, here's one reason. Bitches be lurking and they be scheming. And he came in and intercepted your role. Here's the thing. I still think what's meant for you is meant for you. What's meant for you is going to find you. Nobody can get in your way of that, right? But perhaps some people don't deserve to know your goals for many reasons. Some people can't handle that information, nor do they deserve it, right? I've had people say the wildest things about my personal goals and aspirations, and it can get to you, especially depending on who the person is, right? I find that I take my family's opinion to heart more than anything else. Like, a stranger could say something to me on the internet and that has no weight in my life, right? But if it's someone close to you, that could hurt even more because you think like, wow, these people know me a little bit better. And yeah, that's what makes it worse sometimes. It doesn't mean that they're right, but it still doesn't make us feel good. So I totally understand that need to be like, hey, keep some things to yourself. And here's the thing, family and friends can be the absolute worst about your goals and your accomplishments and your dreams. They will be the first ones sometimes to absolutely not support and surprise you. And that's fine. My theory is that sometimes it's harder for people close to you to see you doing something bigger because they also want to be in that position and they want to be progressing with you and they feel left behind. But that's not your problem. That's not any of our problems. But yeah, you should absolutely just make the assumption that people don't deserve to know what your goals are. Then you have the permission and you can feel a little bit more confident in being as crazy and wild as you want with all your goals, right? You don't have anybody checking up on you. What do they call it? Monitoring spirits now? Listen, with this whole TikTok thing going away and whatever, you're going to see a lot more of me on Instagram. And here's what I will say. I didn't really know what a monitoring spirit is, but I feel that energy on Instagram for some reason. I don't know. I have so much anxiety around posting on Instagram because I feel like more of the people who follow me on Instagram, like I know in real life, and you can see who views your stuff. I kind of hate that feature. And, you know, as someone who obviously part of my job is to be a creator, make content online, knowing people, friends and family look at my content and don't engage with it kind of sucks sometimes. But also, it's not their obligation, but it's like, why do you care? Are you like, sometimes I just get in my head about it. So Instagram makes me a little uncomfortable, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm trying. So if you want to be a non-monitoring spirit over on Instagram, you can come find me there. I've been posting a lot more stories and trying to be more fun. So, you know, stick with me. All right. This next one is titled, I Can't Make It to the Second Week of January. Vision boards and New Year's resolutions make me feel shitty. I'm always super pumped to go hard at the top of the year, and I usually go all in for about 2 weeks. And then I don't know what it is, but I lose interest and let myself down every time. I'm not sure why it's so hard for me to be consistent, but I always feel the need to try. Hey, that's honest. That's honest, and I love that for you. And here's my theory on why this doesn't work out for you. As some of you know, I literally put together like a 90-day New Year's guide, and it starts in September because I don't believe in New Year's resolutions. New Year's resolutions are stupid. They're stupid. I'll tell you why. You're not going to change on January 1st. You had 365 days to do it last year. Just because there's a holiday for it doesn't mean it's going to happen now. And the thing is, it's not really possible for most people to flip the page and stick with it all of a sudden because it's January 1st. That's why I believe in starting your New Year's 90 days out. So instead, you start in what? Like October-ish, September-ish, October-ish. And you start to implement those new habits. Start to become the version of yourself you want to be then, and give yourself the grace to mess up, okay? Because it's all about consistency in the end. It's all about all the days you did show up and that outweighing the days you didn't. It's not about perfection. And I think the biggest issue with so many of you and your vision boards and your manifesting and your New Year's resolutions is you look at this whole thing it's so black and white for you. Like you have to accomplish all your goals on January 1st. You're in the gym, you're marching around Planet Fitness like Energizer Bunny, you're drinking your matcha, you're doing your Pilates, you're eating squash, you're doing everything all at once. It doesn't have to be that way. It's no wonder it doesn't work out for so many people because all of a sudden you're trying to become this person that is so far off from where you are right now. Where you are right now has to be respected and it has to be honored. It's okay to vibe with where you are right now. That's kind of beautiful, actually. The whole point is to slowly and realistically get to the place you want to be. But no, you're not going to go from Christmas week eating everything that's made of 90% cream cheese and then jump in the gym and think that it's going to work out, or, start being this woo-woo crazy version of yourself all of a sudden overnight. It just doesn't work that way. So you got to be more realistic, okay? And I think that you can honestly start this at any point in the year. If I really have some changes I want to make, I personally start them at the last quarter of the year so that I can do my page turn on January 1st and be like, bam, I'm ready. But I don't think this shouldn't be an opportunity for you to feel shitty about yourself. We just got to zoom out and be a little more realistic. It's nothing wrong with you. If it was easy to make changes, everyone would make changes. I always say that. If it was easy to become a different person overnight, everyone would do it. There's always something we want to change about ourselves, something we want to improve, and that's great. Honestly, keep striving for better. That's awesome. But don't feel bad when you drop the ball. Just get right back up and be realistic about how you can get there. Take baby steps, right? Cool. Okay, the next one's a little sassy. This one's titled, Vision Boards Are Overrated. I think vision boards are overrated and people just need to get real about what they want in life and create a plan. People spend so much time making cutesy Pinterest boards, cutting out photos of multi-million-dollar homes, Range Rovers, and stacks of money. Meanwhile, they have zero work ethic and hit snooze 12 times in the morning. Damn. Goals are fine, but being delusional about where you are is what gets me. Like, why not set a goal to get up on the first alarm and tweak your lifestyle before throwing all these superficial things on your board for decoration? I like this person. I don't know. I feel like I need friends like this person who are like, wake the fuck up. I'm sure you've all noticed, but my body has been rapidly changing. And to be honest with you, none of my clothes fit lately, including my bras. Now, I typically hate bra shopping because I'm very particular about the look and feel of it, but one of my friends suggested looking into this brand called Honey Love, and baby, we struck gold. I majorly upgraded with the Crossflex bra from Honey Love. These pieces are lingerie inspired, so don't worry. Just because the bra is comfortable doesn't mean you're getting a Nana bra. No. These are hot girl bras. Your Nana's jaw would be on the floor. No one wants to feel constricted and like they're in jail all day while wearing a bra. And Honey Love surprised me with how comfortable and supportive their pieces are. I mean, come on. It's 2025. It's about time we stop living like we're in medieval times with these underwire bras torturing us. We deserve comfort and stability, and the Honey Love pieces give you just that. Without all the wires. You can wear these bras to a workout or even a work day and you will feel good and supported, but most importantly, comfortable. Treat yourself to the best bras and shapewear on the market. Save 20% off Honey Love at honeylove.com/BCIOY. Use our exclusive link to get 20% off. Head to honeylove.com/BCIOY to find your perfect fit. After you purchase, they ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them we sent you at the Because I Love You podcast. Elevate your comfort, elevate your style with Honey Love. So yeah, no, you're not wrong. Like, you're not wrong. I don't want you to feel bad if you put a multi-million-dollar mansion, Range Rovers, and money on your vision board. I don't think this person was specifically focused on what you put on your board, but I think their point on saying, hey, before you throw all these crazy aspirational things on your board, why not do the work within yourself so that you can get those things and then you can keep them. I think that was just a really sassy way of saying it, and I love it. Honestly, I'm not going to lie. They're not wrong. They're not wrong. I think it's kind of funny because, yeah, like the act of making a vision board is so fun and so cute. But at the end of the day, how much are we actually getting done from our vision boards when we look back on them the next year, a year later? Again, it kind of ties in with the last one. It's all about being realistic about where you are today. It doesn't make sense for you to have a mansion, a multi-million-dollar mansion tomorrow. Not everything has to make sense, and I want you guys to dream big, so I don't want you to take that the wrong way. But what I do want you to understand is there are steps in between that. And it's mostly within yourself. So we've talked about that in other videos too. Like the version of who you are today, would they be able to maintain a multi-million-dollar home and sustain that? I sure as hell I'm going to be straight up with you. If I was given a multi-million-dollar home, I would probably shit myself, and it would actually be more of more of a pain than a blessing, because, well, now you got 12 rooms and 12 bathrooms to decorate. I can barely clean my house right now without passing out, especially like just trying to clean pregnant. So I can't imagine trying to maintain a home that's any bigger than what I have right now. We would have to hire them like an entire cleaning crew. Well, how much is that going to cost? So what I'm saying is, with more comes more. Would you be ready for more? In theory, all of this sounds so good. Now, if I don't have to pay for any of that, I take back everything I said. Give me the mansion. I'll make it work. But what I'm saying is, sometimes you got to be ready to receive the thing that you think you want. So we don't always get it when we think we need it. We get it when we're ready for it. You will get what you are ready for, because you don't want to get something and then not be ready to receive it, and then you drop the ball on it, right? We don't want to get that multi-dollar mansion and then they're coming to take the house back because you can't make payments, or you can't keep up, or whatever, or you can't keep up with the house. So that's just a mere example. But I agree. I think, I'm not going to say vision boards are overrated. I still like a vision board, but I am going to say I think the way that we go about using them can be more intentional. Okay, this next one is titled, It Kind of Works. Ooh, we might have a positive one. I tried vision boarding for the first time last year and kept it in my closet. I was skeptical, but did it since it was something my friends and I were doing together and for the first time. I actually did everything on the board except a few things. I think the concept actually works and now feel like I need to do it every year. I think part of what worked for me was the visual reminder that I wanted to do certain things, and it kept me on track and put me in a place of working towards those goals. For example, mornings where I didn't want to go to work, I would look at the photo of going to Greece for vacation, and it would give me a boost to get to work. I say give it a try. I hear that. I agree with you. I just saw a TikTok that was talking about I saw a TikTok with a neuroscientist who was talking about manifesting and how that process works. And so he was saying, I don't want to say it wrong, the process of writing something down and then saying it out loud and then sitting with it, like that helps your brain connect the dots, which then helps you work towards said goal or said thing. You will subconsciously make choices that help you align with the thing. I think people think of manifesting and they think of like a genie in a bottle. And so that's why they're so like skeptical and mean about manifesting and think it's bullshit. But it's not. Like, there is a science behind it. And I wish I had the video because he broke it down so well in explaining that it's all about getting your subconscious mind to be on track towards the goal. No, we're not rubbing genie lamps. We're just aligning our thoughts with what we want. And therefore, all the choices you make moving forward will be influenced by said goal and desire, whether you realize it or not. So when you have the visual reminder of the board in your closet or in your room, that's the cue. That's the cue for your brain. That's just the visual reminder. And the more you see something, the more it gets locked in your brain. So putting it in your closet somewhere you have to go every day, I think is a great idea, especially because you can keep it like hidden from people who don't need to see it, but it's somewhere where you can see it and it works. Like, it's actively working for you without you having to do too much. So I love that for you, whoever this person is. I love that it worked for you and it kind of surprised you in that way. And I agree. I think subconsciously over time, seeing something over and over again, it's going to just start to create a little rule in your head. And that's pretty cool. I don't know. At the end of the day, I am still very much so team vision board. I just think I'm too lazy and large and out of breath to be executing a vision board this year. It wasn't in the cards, okay? I have had quite a journey with pregnancy. Those of you who follow my Instagram might know, and if you want to know more about that, you can come over on that way. But with the holidays, like ever since November, it's just been like go, go, go. And I just had my baby shower. and maternity shoot, and we're getting all the big things checked off, guys. It is almost crunch time for me. I hope y'all know. And so another thing is I am pumping out so many episodes for you guys right now. This is just a little tangent for the girls. But I'm doing so much content right now so that once I have this baby bestie, we can still have episodes rolling out. So I love being self-employed. You will never hear me complain about it, but you don't really get a maternity leave. It just depends on who you are. And I'm trying to get a maternity leave. So I hope you guys tune into these episodes, even when they're kind of like rolling out and clearly the baby has come. But just know, I don't want to leave you guys like in the dark. So yeah, I'm manifesting a maternity leave. But also, that means I have to actually work for it. There's no genie. Your brain and your actions are the genie. I'm sorry if that hurts. But yeah, you guys, this was really fun. If you want to submit any kind of hot take or confession, I usually am asking specific questions on my Instagram story for you guys to send in your stories about. I will also put that submission link in the description. It's anonymous, so don't worry. You can be as honest and as raw as you would like. But if you like this episode, make sure to rate us 5 stars. Should I start reading our 5-star ratings? That could be fun. But yeah, go ahead and do that. And if you want to support this podcast, make sure you check out our sponsors that I've mentioned in this episode today. You can check out their links in the description as well. And as usual, I will see you guys next week. Love you.